Now entering the ring is Angus, late senior heifer for Class 1, 2600 the farm.
Our judge today is Ben Wheeler, who's based out of Hillsboro, Ohio, where he lives with his family, and they own and operate Wheeler Show Stock, which consists of 50 head of black-faced cross ewes, where they sell club lambs and a small herd of Angus cattle. Please give a warm welcome to Ben Wheeler, our judge.
As we start off in our Angus division here, the heifer that's in the single entry in this class, really a nice heifer. Really like the front end extension on this one, her depth of body. The young lady's kind of struggling a little bit, and she's kind of fighting her a little bit, but we'll look forward to seeing her here in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Now entering the ring is early junior yearling, 2600 the farm.
Another single entry in their Angus division here. This female really like a lot of things about her. Another one that's really extended and neat in her front end. Really big bodied, massive in her rib cage. Female would just like to true her up on her rear wheels just a little bit, but a very nice heifer to end this class. Thank you.
Now entering the ring is Class 3, senior yearling, 2600 the farm.
Getting her senior division here, really another very attractive made female that we're going to have that's single entry again. Another one just really like the front end extension, really big and large and bold, and her rib cage. Female starting to get a little more condition on her for me today, but just a very nice female to represent the breed. Thank you.
For our champion Angus, we have from Class 1 going in the arena 2600 the farm. From Class 2 going into the arena, we have 2600 the farm. From Class 3 going into the arena, we have 2600 the farm. Can we have Tayton Rhodes with their Charlotte heifer make their way to the waiting arena?
We get down to our Angus division here, picking a champion. 3 different types of females out here, but still very similar in a lot of aspects. We kind of talked about them each in class a little bit. To me, the one that just surfaces to the top fairly easily is the young lady here come out of the 2nd division. Just a heifer for me that just is a lot fresher in her condition and appearance today. A female that you just really like a lot of things about her front end and the way she ties in and things. I really like her rib cage design. Just a female I think very easily wins this Angus division. The young lady's senior yearling will be the reserve. Another female follows a lot of type and kind, but to me today just could be a little fresher in her condition. Just maybe trim her upper chest floor just a little bit and make her just a little better on her rear wheels. But another very nice female for the division today. Thank you.
The champion Angus was 2600 the farm, the early junior yearling, and the reserve champion was senior yearling from 2600 the farm. Now entering the ring is early bull calf from 2600 the farm.
We get in our Angus bull division. This is a single entry and the only Angus bull we've got today, but sure a bull that can take a lot of competition. You really get to looking at this bull. There's a lot of really good pieces about him. I love his chest floor. I love his extension out of his front end. I really like how his neck comes high out of the top of his shoulder. A bull that can sure stand to be a little bit stouter. I won't argue that, but a bull that sure got a lot of really neat features, and I sure like this bull quite a bit. Congratulations.
Now entering the ring is Tayton Rhodes with his early junior yearling Charolais heifer. Key heifers, please make your way to the makeup area. For Class 1, Braylon Soto, Tayton Rhodes. For Class 2, Addison Moran. And Class 3, Tayton Rhodes. Please make your way to the makeup area.
We get in this Charolais division. This is the single entry and the single one in the breed, but sure a nice female. When you really look at this one, I mean, this thing's got a tremendous amount of power, and when you get her down on the ground, this one still travels around for as much mass and dense power as this one actually does have. To be able to travel around as well as she does is very impressive. Very nice female for the young man. Congratulations on your champion Charolais.
We could make a big, loud, expensive promo to talk about our high school sports coverage. Instead, we'll let our coverage speak for itself.
Plenty of time for a catch and release, and
Oh, he drains it!
Right side, he pulls up for the three, he hits.
We're sitting on pins and needles, and it is good.
cherry picking on a hit she goes.
With the tomahawk finish.
Goes up, two-hand monster dunk.
Your home for Shack Sports, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV.
At Southern Hills Community Bank, we take great pride in building strong relationships with our customers. We're dedicated to providing the best products and services to fit your needs, like checking and savings, home and auto loans, plus ATM and debit cards, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking with mobile deposit. Visit southernhillscommunitybank.com or stop by any of our 8 convenient locations. We want to be your bank. Southern Hills Community Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Customer service with a difference.
And Tayton Rhodes.
In our key division, the KF class, we've only got the two here today. We're just going to leave them the way they came in. The young man's gray heifer that we're going to start with, to me, just puts a lot more things right than the heifer in second. A very nice fronted female. Another one, you get back in her, she's got a lot of body, a lot of mass. A heifer that when you get her on the move, I like her bone. I like the way her legs set. I would like to change her. She does get up on her pastures just a little bit, ever so slightly at times. But a female, just for me, is probably more correct on her rear wheels than the heifer coming out in second. The heifer in second, I like her body dimension a lot better. She's probably deeper body and softer made. But a female, just for me, on her rear wheels, just gets a little off for me. But that's probably the difference, but why we're not going to use her to win the class. But another nice female in second. Congratulations.
Now entering the ring is Addison Moran with her early junior heifer. Results from Class 1, first place was Braylon Soto, second, Tayton Rhodes.
Another single entry in this Ken division, but a very, very nice female. I really like a lot of things about this heifer. I really appreciate the way that heifer's neck comes up out high out of the center of her shoulder. I really like her chest floor. I really, really like this female when you get her in motion. She really lands very well on all four corners on the ground, and a heifer that's got a lot of rib shape and capacity. A heifer that's still got a lot of muscle shape, but still handles it very well in a feminine package. Very nice heifer to win this class. Congratulations.
Now entering the ring is your early summer yearling, Tayton Rhodes. Christy Barger, please make your way to the makeup area with your Hereford heifer.
Another single entry in this key division, and another very nice female for this young man. Heifer sure wouldn't mind truing her up on her rear wheels just a little bit when you get her in motion, but a heifer you really do have to appreciate for her rib capacity and her muscle shape. A very nice female in this class. Congratulations.
Entering the ring is Braylon Soto and Addison Moran and Tayton Rhodes.
We're getting our champion drive on this key division. 3 very nice females out here today to represent this breed. One of them just hit me pretty hard when she come out here in class. It's going to be your young lady's black heifer is going to be our champion today. Just a lot of really good pieces all fall together in that one for me. Reserve, we're going to go ahead and use the calf that come out of the first division. Again, another heifer that's got a lot of really good pieces. I really like the body depth of this one and the potential for this one down the road. Congratulations, young man, you'll be reserved. Thank you.
Champion key goes to Addison Moran. Reserve, Braylon Soto. Now entering the ring is Chrissy Barker with their early senior Hereford heifer.
As we get in our mini Hereford division, a single entry, this one will be your champion today. But definitely a little different take. I wasn't expecting to see one of these today, but a breed that with 3 little boys at home, we've definitely entertained the thought of taking a look at that, but haven't done so yet. But a very nice female for this young lady. A lot of neat pieces to her. Very big in her bowl, and her rib cage and her design, and one who's still got a lot of muscle shape and obviously in a moderate package. So congratulations, young lady.
Entering the ring with their late senior heifer, limousine heifer, Ash Grove Farms.
We get in our limousine division, single entry in this KF class, but a sure nice one. This female's really got a lot of growth to her, a lot of good, neat features to her. Sure like her neck extension. This one travels around the ring pretty well, and definitely, like I said, a very high growth female for her age then. So congratulations, young man.
Now entering the ring is an early senior yearling limousine, early summer yearling, Ash Groves.
All right, sorry to bug you on there.
We have another single entry in our limousine division. Again, another very high growth, very, very well designed female for this young man. When you start looking at this one, really analyzing her, this thing sure doesn't have a whole lot of condition on her today, but there's sure a lot of red meat in this one. I'm sure when you get her in production, she's going to be a very profitable female for you, young man. Congratulations.
Wait.
Now entering the ring is our late junior yearling limousine, Ash Grove Farms.
As we get another single entry in this limousine division, we've talked about high growth, and this one here is definitely one of those. She's probably got as much growth for weight per day of age as any of the females we've had in this limousine division. Just again, another very nice female to conclude this class. Congratulations.
Now entering the ring is our cow-calf pair of limousines by Ashgrove Farms.
We all have individual needs when it comes to our prescriptions. Why not choose a pharmacy that offers personalized, friendly service that's also convenient? Health Source of Ohio pharmacies offer free prescription delivery within their service area, free shipping on your mail order prescriptions, auto refill, and more. Call 513-707-9900 or visit healthsourceofohio.org for more information. Stop by any of the pharmacy locations in Seaman, Mount Orb, or Batavia to meet the staff. Health Source of Ohio is proud to be the source for pharmacy in your community.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Family meant everything to my father, Paul. Growing up in a small community with two hardworking parents, he learned at an early age just how important it is to help and protect others. That's what inspired him to establish Paul Hall & Associates Insurance. Protecting others. My father also believed that if he followed the golden rule and treated our customers as he wanted to be treated, he would build a successful business focused on the families and communities that we serve. He instilled this philosophy in each one of us here at Paul Hall & Associates, and his legacy lives on. We are Paul Hall & Associates, our family, insuring yours.
At the Campbell Group of Sipsicline Realtors, they pride themselves on knowing the area that they're selling. And with more than 40 years serving as Ripley's own real estate agent, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more experienced team. Agent David Campbell and the Campbell Group specialize in southern Brown County river and farm properties. Call 937-392-4308 for the Campbell Group of Sipsicline Realtors, or visit their office at 908 South 2nd Street in Ripley.
as we conclude the limousine division female side of things, 4 very nice females out here in front of us today. A lot of different types and kinds, but still you can find a lot of good in each one of them. To me, I guess today we're going to go ahead and go with this cow-calf pair. I guess to me she just looks like she puts as much good together, and in one in production doing an excellent job with the bull calf. I feel like she's a good place to start. Our reserve is going to be the heifer calf that came out of the first division. Another female just puts a lot of the good things together, and I think this one's got a pretty bright future down the road for her. So congratulations, you'll be reserved. Single entry in the limousine bull division today. We talked about him a little bit on the side of the cow there. Sure, a nice calf. A lot of growth to this one. A lot of good things about him. Got a bright future. Congratulations, young man. You'll be our champion bull.
Now entering the ring is our late junior heifer main, Lila Hauser. We need our shorthorns to make their way to the makeup area. Madeline Jodry. This one. Avery Taylor. Etta Moore. Madeline Jodry. And Tayton Rhodes.
As we switch gears just a little bit and start on our main division, a very well balanced, very nicely made female to be the single entry in this class. A young lady does an excellent job with her, but just a very, very attractive maid. I really like the front end extension of this one, the rib cage design. This one, when you get her in motion, I'd like to free her up just a tick on her pastures, on her rear wheels, but a very, very, very well constructed female to win this class. Congratulations.
Now entering the ring is our early junior main heifers, Maya Daniels, Ella Scott, Mackenzie Moeller, and Kinley Klein. your second call for Shorthorns, we need Madeline Jodry, Avery Taylor, Etta Moore, Tayton Rhodes, and Madeline Jodry to make their way to the makeup area.
Today we also have our Ohio Junior Scimitar Association princess, Lainey Spiller. She's 8 years old and is helping us in the arena.
We get in our main division here. This is a very challenging class because there's a lot of different types and kinds in here for me. The heifer we're going to start with, granted, she's not as big as you'd like to see. She's a little more modern in her design, but for me, this one really excelled when you got her in motion. This is probably the softest pastern female in the class, and when you really analyze this one, she is definitely the boldest rib one. When you get up on top of this one, she's got more turn and rib cage design than any of them in this class. But a female that's still extended in her front end, got a lot of good pieces and stout in her features. A very nice female to start this class. The young man's heifer coming out in second. This is one that, boy, I sure like a lot of things about. She's big and she's wolfy and she's got a lot of really massive, neat features in her. But again, one that you start analyzing her, she really gets a little flatter in the top of her rib cage for me and really shorter in that neck, but a very, very nice female to be in this class. The young lady's heifer coming out in third. This is another one. There's a lot of things about her that you can really say that she's maybe not as good a neck as some of the ones ahead of her, and she's not. But this female's a little bit rounder in her shape, but still got a lot of good pieces. When you get her in motion again, one that sits on the ground fairly comfortable about every step she takes. The young lady's heifer's rounding out in the class. When this one walked into class, I really thought this was going to be my easy winner. But you really start analyzing this one. She gets a little more open in her shoulder, gets a little steeper in that pasture, and just kind of gets a little piecier in her make and type for me today. But another very nice female for this young lady, and hopefully all these young people have a successful career with these down the road. Congratulations.
Our first place early junior main heifer goes to Kinley Klein, second Mackenzie Moeller, third Maya Daniels, and fourth Ella Scott. Now entering the ring is Lila Hauser, late junior main heifer, and Kinley Klein's early junior heifer.
As we go to pick our champion key heifer or main heifer today, we've got two very nice females out here, and the young lady does an excellent job with this one. Congratulations. Young man, you do an excellent job as well. For me today, I guess we talked about them both in class. The young man's heifer, to me, just puts the most good things together. She's going to be our champion today.
We need Mackenzie Moeller's heifer to enter the ring. Champion main goes to Kinley Klein and reserve Lila Hauser. Now entering the ring is Shorthorn late junior heifers, Madeline Jodry and Avery Taylor.
getting her first class in the Shorthorn division. It's definitely going to be some give and take for me here. The young lady's roan heifer we're going to start the class with. I really like a lot of things about this female as far as her front end or her shoulder design. When you get behind this heifer, she's probably got as much rib shape and expression as the heifer behind her. A heifer that probably, as far as age-wise, is probably a little more age-appropriate, but a heifer that I really like a lot of things. I mean, she's really good at the ground, a very, very well-balanced, nicely made heifer. The heifer coming out in second, another one, I sure like a lot of things about her, but when we start talking about these heifers being the same age, this one to me looks like she's just going to get way too big for me. A female, when you really get to analyze her, she's probably a little narrower skeleton than the heifer in front of her. She kind of runs downhill just a little bit off of that hip down to her shoulder. Just for me, just one, I just feel like down the road is just going to be plenty big for me, and we're kind of, to me, I guess we're prospecting on what these things are going to be in a year down the road. So the young lady's roan heifer is going to be first, and the black heifer is going to be second. Congratulations.
First place goes to Madeline Dodery, second Avery Taylor.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com.
The leaves are changing, the weather's turning cooler, and Irwin Farms Corn Maze is now open. Come harvest a memory, get lost in the corn maze, and shop for all your fall decor. Mums, pumpkins, candlebear candles, and more. Come out September 30th as the Ohio Performance Dogs return to the farm. And don't miss the squash carver as he carves a 500-pound pumpkin. Irwin Farms and Corn Maze, located at 1365 Coon Hill Road in Winchester. Open Monday through Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 9, and Sunday noon to 6.
Single entry in this Shorthorn class, but another one that's very, very well made. A female that when you really get to looking at her, when we start talking about wanting these females pretty and feminine, this one here would be textbook of that. I really like this female's front end. I like the way her neck comes out of her shoulder. I really like the way her head, she's really very refined and feminine in her head. I like this female when you get her in motion. She's very good on her feet and legs. She's very good and soft in her pastern. A female we sure like to power her up a little bit, but she sure is made very, very correct. Correct? Congratulations.
Now entering the ring is our early senior Shorthorn heifer, Adam Moore. We need our Scimitals to make their way to the makeup area. Maya Daniels, Brentley Long, Charmont Farms, Piper Anderson, Owen Beef, Mackenzie Moeller, and Avery South. And Laney Spiller.
Another single entry in her shorthorn division, and another very nice one. A female, you get her in motion, she's very correct on her rear wheels, she's correct on her front wheels. A female that you really want to, when you really analyze her, she's really bold and open in her rib cage. A female that's good enough fronted for me today, and female that's probably powerful enough for me today. Again, a single entry, but one definitely can stand some competition. Look forward to seeing her here in a few minutes. Congratulations.
Now entering the ring as our late junior yearling, Shorthorns, Madeline Jodery and Tayton Rhodes.
Start to round out the Shorthorns for today. We're just going to leave them the way they came in. The young lady's red and white heifer, we're going to go ahead and use to win this class. From a structure standpoint, to me, she's just the obvious, the easy choice, I guess. The female, you would probably like to maybe neaten her up just a little bit in her chest floor, maybe just slender her up a little bit more in her neck there. But a female still got ample body, ample muscle shape, and very correct at the ground. Ample bone as well. The young man's heifer coming out next. For me, I just really like to change this on her rear wheels. She gets a little choppy. She gets a little outside of herself. She gets a little snappy on those pasterns for me today. But just one that I sure would like to just correct her in a lot of different directions on her rear wheels. Probably like to flatten her up in that shoulder blade just a little bit too. But a heifer that probably when we start talking about being bold and open in their cage, this one probably is. And she's probably a little stouter than the heifer ahead of her, but just from a structure standpoint, we're going to go ahead and put her second today. Congratulations.
First place goes to Madeline Jodery. Now entering the ring, Madeline Jodery from Class 1, Etta Moore from Class 2, Etta Moore from Class 3, and Madeline Jodery from Class 4.
we get out here in our Shorthorn Champion Drive, we've got 4 very nice females out here to choose from. A lot of little different types and kinds, but a lot of it's just maturity and age and that sort of thing on these. So they're all a little different. And it's a little different to look at them all. But for me today, we're going to go ahead and use the big heifer. I feel like she just does the most of the right things. Female that probably at the ground is probably as correct as any of them today. So we're going to go ahead and start with her for our champion female. As we start to sort through the other 3 for a reserve, it gets a little more challenging for me. But for me today, the young lady's heifer here, we're going to go ahead and use her for reserve. When we talked about her in class as far as being refined and just the way she's made at the ground, just a really intriguing heifer for me. And I look forward to see what this one looks like here in about a year. Just as far as what she's going to look like coming back as a big bred, just a very, very well balanced, nicely made heifer we're going to use for reserve. Congratulations.
Your champion Shorthorn goes to Madeline Jodry, and your reserve goes to Etta Moore. Now entering the ring is Simmental late junior heifer Amaya Daniels, Brentley Young, and Eli Beef. First place,
We get our first class of Simmental females today. There's a lot of give and take in this whole class, and 3 totally different types and kinds of heifers, and not to take anything away from any of them because they're all very, very well made and very correct in their own right. The heifer that we're going to start the class with, for me, just puts the most things together. I will grant you she's probably a little more moderate, but I do like a lot of the pieces to this female. I really like how this female, her neck comes way up out of the top of her shoulder. I know she's a little trashier fronted, but from a semi background, that's something I think that heifer will easily grow into. When we start talking about as far as depth of body and rib cage design and shape and putting all that together in a sound package, this heifer excels the class fairly handily for me. The young lace heifer coming out next, another very, very well balanced female. When you really analyze this, she's got plenty of body depth. She's very good at the ground. I just like to maybe set her neck just a little higher out of the top of her shoulder, and maybe just make this thing have just a little bit more punch today. But a heifer for her age and her size, I really appreciate the growth this female has over the heifer that wins the class. The young man's heifer coming out in third, this one's got a lot of very, very intriguing, very neat pieces to me. I really love her neck extension. I really like how much muscle shape this one does have. She's open in her cage. She's very good at the ground just as well. She kind of loses it for me as far as the depth of body for today, but a female that we really still like a lot of pieces about. And again, another project for a young man. This time next year, look forward to seeing what that one could really look like. But a very nice place to start in the Simmental division today.
First place goes to Eli B. Second, Maya Daniels. And third, Brentley Long. Now entering the ring is our early junior Simmental heifers. Charmont Farms, Charmont Farms, Charmont Farms, Charmont Farms, Piper Anderson, OMB, and Mackenzie Moeller.
I would like to thank everyone for coming out and watching the show this morning. Our judge today is Ben Wheeler. He lives in Hillsboro, Ohio with his family where they own and operate Wheeler Show Stock, which consists of 50 head of black-faced cross ewes where they sell club lambs and a small herd of Angus cattle. At the end, all of the winners from today's classes, your checks will be mailed to you via mail.
getting this class of Simmental females. This is definitely the largest class that we've had, and with that, the most diversified. The female we're going to start with today, for me, I really like a lot of things about this heifer. Yeah, I'd like to trim her up in that chest a little bit, but I think that one's still adequately good enough in her front end. We start talking about the most power, the most punch of these females that are out here. This heifer here, I think this is where she excels. When you get her in motion, again, another female that's very correct on her rear wheels and on her front end, but a female that's just very, very neatly designed. The heifer coming out in second is the real problem for me. There's a lot of things I really like about this heifer. I love her chest floor. I love her front end extension, and she's very big body. But when you really analyze this female, I just wish she just had a little more punch and was a little more open in her skeleton, but a very, very nice female to be second in the class. Young lady coming out next, this is another one that follows probably the type of the first one, maybe just a little bit closer, but a female that you really still like a lot of the neat pieces about her. She's very good at the ground. She's very good in her top line. She's very neat and attractive in her make and very extended in her front end. The young man's red heifer comes out next. This is a heifer, boy, if I could take one home, make a cow out of, this is one the kind I like. I mean, she's moderate in her design, she's good at the ground, she's attractive in her front end, but just a very well-balanced, neatly made female that just probably got a little out-horsed the heifers ahead of her today. The young lady's heifer comes out next, another big featured, big pieces, a lot of nice things about this heifer. Just gets a little plainer for me today, and just a heifer that's maybe just a little flatter in her make and type and design today. The heifer that comes out next, the stock-legged heifer, this is another one. Just maybe a little plainer necked and a little shorter neck, but a heifer that's just got a lot of really neat pieces, probably just got a little out-horsed today, just a little flatter in her make and design, similar to the heifer that's going to round out the class. A lot of big pieces on this heifer as well, just one that probably got a little tight in her top for me today, and just a little flatter in her overall makeup. Congratulations.
First place goes to Mackenzie Moeller, second Piper Anderson, and third Charmont Farms. Now entering the ring is our early senior Simmental heifer, Lainey Spiller.
Got a single entry in this class, but a very nice female for this young lady and young man. A female that's just really good in her body shape, muscle shape, really good at the ground. Just a very attractive, well-balanced female for the duo today. So congratulations.
Now entering the ring is our late summer yearling, Charmont Farms, and Lainey Spiller. Lainey Spiller is also our Ohio Junior Simmental Association Princess. Please give Lainey Spiller a round of applause. our first call for crossbred heifers. Jace McKenzie, Jacqueline Jodery, Colt Gaskins, Lainey Zimmerly, Cotting Family Show cattle, Jackson Moeller, Mackenzie Moeller, Eli Beef, Garrett Moran, Izzy Spires,
As we start to round out the Simmental show today with just 2 entries in this class, we're just going to leave them the way they came in today. The young lady's red heifer, she's a little slower about getting around, but I'd say that's probably a good thing for her. But when we start talking about just sheer mass and sheer power, this heifer that's where I feel like she excels over the black heifer we're going to use in second. This one's just massively in her hip, massive in her muscle shape down her top, really open and wide in her rib cage. I'd like to maybe clean her up in her front end just a little bit and raise her head up just a hair, and she gets a little rounder in her hip for me today, but a very, very, very neat and attractive made female with a lot of big pieces. The young lady's heifer coming out next, I really like a lot of things about this female as well. She's probably a little neater in her front end, but a female that to me just doesn't have near as much sheer power and mass as the heifer above her. And for 2 heifers that's very similar in age, just doesn't have quite the oomph as the heifer that beats her. Congratulations.
First place goes to Lainey Spiller, second, Charmont Farms. Now entering the ring with their late junior Simmental yearling is Avery South.
another single entry in your Scimitar division, but a very nice female to be in here by herself. Female, really, again, analyze this one. She's got a lot of really nice pieces. A female that when she gets to moving a little bit, she kind of gets outside of herself just ever so slightly. The biggest concern for me on this female is what her udder is going to look like when she gets in production. But a very nice female to be a single entry in this class. Congratulations.
All right, now entering the ring is Eli Beats' first place heifer, Mackenzie Moeller's first place heifer, Laney Spiller's first place heifer, Laney Spiller's first place heifer, and Avery South.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and we've been doing just that since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in the people of this community hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief. Member FDIC.
Are you worried about health insurance? Are you losing Medicaid? Do you have questions about Medicare? You want to cover your employees? Or just concerned with protecting your family? Then call me. I'm Tim McEwen, your local health insurance specialist. 937-379-1735 or online at timformedicare.com. That's Tim, the number 4, Medicare.com. Again, 937-379-1735.
As we get out here in our Scimitar Drive, this has obviously been the biggest division we've had for today, and with that again comes a lot of different diversity throughout, but an excellent set of females to be out here today. Everything from the KF all the way up to the senior yearling, we sure have got a very nice set of females out here today. To me, the one that's hit me the most when she came out here in class is going to be the young lady right here. I just thought this one put the most good pieces together. I just felt like this was a good place to start on our champion drive.
We need Piper Anderson to enter the ring with her second place heifer. Grand champion Simmental goes to Mackenzie Moeller. Reserve, Laney Spiller. Now entering the ring is our late junior crossbred heifers, Jace McKenzie, Colton Gaskin, Cotteen Family Show Cattle, Mackenzie Moeller, Garrett Moran, no, Eli Beef, Garrett Moran, Izzy Spires.
We get in this crossbred division, there is a tremendous amount of diversity in this class, and it's very challenging for me to find the one that I really, really love in here. But the female we're going to start with, there's a lot, I guess, puts the most right things together for me. The female, I'll grant you, she could stand to be freed up on both ends on her wheels a little bit, but a female that's really got a lot of neck extension, one that's got plenty of shape and some rib cage design, and just a female that's got a lot of neat, attractive pieces to her. Not to take anything away from the heifer, comes out in second. Another one that's very similar in type and kind. Again, one I just like to free up just ever so slightly off her rear wheel. In her front end, she gets just a little choppy for me. But a female that's very attractively designed, got a lot of meat and muscle in her. But a female that's just still got a lot of good things to her. Just gets a little off on her rear wheels for me today. The red heifer coming out next is a real challenge. This heifer, from a female standpoint, I really like a lot of things about her. But another one, when you get her in motion, she gets a little choppy on her rear wheels and just gives up the power that the heifers above her have. But a female that, again, very extended in her front end, very attractive in her make and kind, and a heifer that I really do appreciate for all those things. The black and white heifer that comes out and forth, this is the heifer that's a real problem for me in this class, because me as a person, when I go to look at cattle somewhere to buy one for my kids or something, this is the kind I like to look at, because this is one that with some time and some feed, I think this one could be a very, very attractive, very well-made heifer and an excellent project for this young man in the future. I look forward to seeing this one sometime in the near future. With some, like I said, with a little bit of feed, this one here could be very, very unique in her type when she gets older. The heifer coming out next, the smoke heifer. A heifer I really like a lot of things about her. She's just probably in the wrong class for me today. If this was a market heifer class, I definitely think this one will probably excel very well. She's very, very massive in her design. Gets around good enough for me, I think, today. Sure wouldn't mind extending her in her front end, but a heifer that's still got a lot of good pieces. The heifer coming out next, another one that kind of follows suit with the black and white heifer we just talked about. A little bit of feed and some time. This one here is going to change quite a bit, but for me today, she's just a little too frail. The heifer rounding out the class, kind of the exact opposite of the one we just talked about. Probably the heaviest conditioned heifer in the class, and again, one that I sure wouldn't mind changing her on rear wheels. This one gets pretty outside of herself for me, and just one that I just would like to change that and freshen her up in her condition some. Thank you.
First place goes to Cottine Family Show Cattle. Second, Jace McKenzie. And third, Garrett Moran. Now entering the ring, our early junior crossbred heifers, Lena Zimmerly, Cottine Family Show Cattle, Jackson Moeller,
getting her next class of crossbreds here. It's again another challenging class, but the young lady's heifer we're going to start with, to me, just does the most things right. I mean, this heifer's really attractive and neat in her front end. Again, it follows back. She's really attractive and slender in her chest floor. And one that gets around the ring, I feel like very adequate, and one that's still got some muscle shape and design to her. A female that I feel like just very easily wins this class. The young man's heifer that comes out next, here's another problem one for me. I really like this heifer, but this heifer's awful big for me today. A heifer that she's got a lot of big pieces to her. She's big boned. And she does get around in motion pretty well. But a heifer to me that just looks like she's going to be a little flatter and narrower for me in the future, and one that's a little bit plainer fronted, and one just to me just a little bigger than I care for today. The heifer coming out next is definitely the power female in this class. But also with that, you kind of gets a little more open in her shoulder blade and gets a little tight behind her shoulder and a little rounder in her design. Another one that kind of struggles at the ground a little bit, but another nice female to be third in this class. The heifer rounding out the class, to me, just kind of gets out horsed. She's just a little flatter in her design, a little less muscle shape to her, and one that does struggle a little bit on her rear wheels. Congratulations.
First place goes to Lena Zimmerly, second, Jackson Moeller, and third, Cotting Family Show Cattle. Now entering the ring is our summer yearling crossbred, Jacqueline Jodry.
More than a century of service. Let that sink in for a moment. For more than 100 years, since 1908 and through 4 generations of family-owned business, Georgetown Marble and Granite has stood firm in our community. They've helped thousands of families pay their respects and have memorialized so many lives gone, but not forgotten. When that difficult time comes, Georgetown Marble and Granite will be there to assist you too. Visit their location on East North Street in Georgetown or call 937-378-6314.
Single entry in this crossbred class, and definitely from what we've just looked at in the crossbred division, definitely a little different take on that. One that looks like she's extremely close to being into production here, but one that you do appreciate for udder shape, and looks like she's going to be a nice uddered female that's going to milk well, and a very nicely made female. I really like her front end and her rib cage design, but a female should sure stand a lot more competition she's got today. Obviously one that, again, very close to entering production, and she's starting to get the bred heifer shuffle going on a little bit, and I understand that. So congratulations, young lady.
Now entering the ring is, for the champion drive crossbred, is Cotting Family Show Cattle, Lena Zimmerly, and Jacqueline Jodry.
getting our crossbred champion drive. We talked about them in class here just shortly ago. I mean, there's definitely still some differences in these when we get them out here, but 3 very nice females to be out here in this division. The female I'm going to use to win just kind of hit me in class. I just felt like there's a lot of really good things about this female, and in this, the biggest thing for me is the structure. She seems to be the soundest, most structure-free female in this class, so we're going to use the young lady here in the pink shirt to win the crossbred division.
We need Jackson Muller to enter the ring.
After we got our second place heifer out here, we're going to go ahead and pick your reserve champion. It's going to be the young ladies here that came out of the first class. Congratulations.
Champion crossbred goes to Lena Zimmerly, reserve Kotzing Family Show Cattle. That's the conclusion of our heifer show. Thank you.